Hi, and thanks for joining me on this video where we go over our Project Wizard section here at SERPWoo. Now getting to Project Wizard, really easy with the side navigation. It's the first selection here. Now our Project Wizard is essentially 5 steps. We like to call them 5 tabs. It's essentially regions, keywords, domains URLs, settings variations, and the final step. Now, a couple things I do like to point out here is some plans, like our lower end plans, they might not have all the options and functionality to be able to do a fully set up project. And by that, what I mean is right here above the steps, we've got laid out what your plan might be. My plan is actually a beta plan. And it tells me that I've got historical SERP enabled, languages enabled, locality enabled, and mobile enabled. If you happen to be on a plan, though, where one of these options is not enabled, like let's say mobile, but you want to do mobile tracking, but you're on a plan that does not do mobile tracking, you can easily upgrade right here by upgrading your plan. Also want to take note that when you're putting in your keywords and you're setting up these projects, we do have an estimated new keywords. Currently mine says 0 because I haven't started it yet. But let's just say that you think you're putting in 10 keywords. However, your plan, you might have used up all of your keywords except 2, so you only have 2 available. And depending on how you set up this project, if you put in 5 keywords, it might actually be 10 or 15 because every setting is a unique setting. So to give you an example, if I put in 5 keywords right now, and then I select that I want to do mobile and desktop, that's going to be 5 keywords for mobile and 5 for desktop. So that's actually 10 keywords. Your plan, you might only have 2 left, or you might only have 5 left, and you think you're getting ready to max out with the 5 that you're putting in. You're actually going to go over. So just make sure you have enough buffer of keywords available to be used. Again, it is an estimate. You're not going to know until the end of the tab, the last tab, the final step. The system's not going to know until you've put in everything, and then it can calculate which each of those unique points are to know what the actual keywords that you are going to be using actually is. So, again, if I put in 5 keywords and I select mobile and desktop, or if I select some different regions here, that's all going to be unique. So again, I put in 5 keywords. You're not going to want to do multiple regions. You're not going to want to do mobile and desktop or something else. The more options you choose, you're doubling those keywords or tripling because it is going to be a unique setting within our system, which counts as a unique keyword. So let's go ahead and set up a project here. Our default is going to land on USA.com. So I'm going to leave that checked. But you could select any regions in here. If you wanted to do Japan, if you wanted to do one for Finland, but you did not want to do for the United States, you can definitely do that. We're going to use the Google Data Center that is appropriate for Japan, that's appropriate for Finland. Let's just do Finland for this one. And these are just test keywords. I don't know the Finnish word for dentist, but let's just pretend they're the same as English. Same thing for plumber. Now, this is important. Let's say you want to track some domains, whether they're your domains, whether they're competitor domains. You can do this as URLs also. Maybe there's a specific URL that you're looking for because you did a press release, or maybe you're doing online reputation management and you're looking for specific URLs, or you want to track domains and URLs that might be negative or positive. You could definitely put that in here. This is where you would put those domains. This is where you would put those full URLs. and we can track those for you. You can tag them and color coordinate them, and just keep track of domains and URLs that way. I'm not going to use this feature, but you would just simply type out your domain or URL right here. Very easy to do. We'll go to the next step. Here's where we can give our project a name. I'm just going to call it Finish Test because this is a test. Now I can select regular project or an ORM project. One of the things important about this is levels of sensitivity. If I select a regular project, I'm going to be notified when there are changes that are at least 4 variations or 4 levels. Let's say there's a URL that I'm monitoring and it jumps from 9th to 7th. I'm not going to get an alert. But if it jumps from 9th to 4th, that's more than 4 spots, so I'm going to get an alert for that. If I go to ORM, though, that sensitivity changes to just 1 position or 1 variation. So if there's a change up or down by just 1, I'm going to get that notice. So this does help with sensitivity and being alerted. Now for language, I can pick, even though I did pick Finland, I could pick English language, or I could pick Finnish language. This would be good in areas where typically you have more than one language. Like if we take certain areas of Canada where they speak English and they speak French, we could obviously pick French Canadian, if it's French being the language, or English. This could also work in other countries where there are multiple languages. So you could select your language that way. You can also select your locality. We could actually put in a city like Chicago, or we could put in a zip code. We can actually put in city names, and we will actually pull the result for that city. So even though we're doing Finland, we're doing dentist, and we're doing plumber, we can actually narrow this down to a city in Finland or a zip code in Finland. Unfortunately, I don't know any cities in Finland, but we could type this in and actually narrow it down to a city result for our locality. Now we can pick if we want desktop results or mobile results. Since everything's going to mobile first and mobile focused, it might actually make sense for you to pick mobile for these. If you're looking for desktop results, though, desktop is our default. I'm going to do mobile for mine. And then we're going to go to the next step here. Now this is just our summary tab, just so you can look at it real quick. That the project name is Finish Test. This is a regular type, not an ORM type of project. The language was default. The device was mobile. I didn't put in a locality, but you can certainly put one in. I was not tracking any domains or URLs, and I had 2 keywords. Now, it's very important. We've had people forget to do this last step. You actually want to hit create new projects right here. Hit the create new project, and that actually finalizes. As you can see, our estimate is actually 2 right here. However, it could be a lot more if we had picked different setup for this project. Let's go ahead and create new project. And it's going to go into a pending status. Now, we do have a work queue here at SERPWoo, just a little bit of behind the scenes info. Depending on when you create your project, you're probably not going to get immediate results, because what's going to happen is not only does this project has to be queued to be created, but the keywords also have to be queued to be ran. And a lot of our queue depends on locality as well. So, if you're doing keywords in Finland, we have a set time during the day where we run those Finnish keywords or those European keywords, and we have a set time during the day where we run the Asian keywords. or the English and American keywords. So there is some time zone specific settings that are involved there. So just know though that when you create this project and you finalize it, you're not probably going to see instant results. You could get results in 5 minutes. It could take maybe 5 hours. But just know that it is pending. You will see alerts appear that say that the project has been updated. The keywords are going to go into a queue with all the other keywords where we run stuff. And then it could be in a queue that runs later in the day or even possibly extremely early in the morning. So don't be surprised if there's not a result. You did not do anything wrong. Our system is not broken. It just got put into a queue to be processed. If you have any other questions, make sure you hit us up at our help desk or reach out to us on email. We'd be happy to talk to you and walk you through any problems. And I'll see you again on the next video. Thanks.